two. Down to one. It's James. Yes!
This ball is crushed.
MC Cannibal, rap Hannibal. Here to change the game, mainframe, all y'all programmable. Coaching on tracks, balling like a paper like Phil. I'm on BS and real, my rhymes convicting me.
All right. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Faithful Fan Show. I'm your host, Tony Cook, joined today by none other than Young Julian, aka the Chosen One. Dog, we've been playing phone tag for like weeks, trying to get an episode in. My dog out here traveling, hooping, bringing the bag home. You know, he told me earlier, I was like, what's up, Jay? This nigga said, oh, I gotta check in with the family. I'm about to hit the road, chase this bag, do some housekeeping. You know, I had to do some.
No, you make it sound so fun.
That's what you said to me, dog. You said, I gotta check in with the fam. I'm about to hit the road. Feel me? Like, Jay's still out here getting it, dog. But what's been happening though? What's been happening out there in Mexico, bro? What's been happening?
Yeah, man, just staying in the grind, this is like my 6th year going into this, and having this veteran status, like having new teammates come in, man, it's been really rejuvenating the last couple, I would say, month or so. I had 2 new teammates, from the States, and they're young, and just feeding off their energy, and also, trying to give them advice and giving them tips and hints how to move around out here, and things like that. But yeah, man, just not taking anything for granted, man, and just trying to correct my mistakes and mature as a man, bro, in this game. You feel me? Like things that you didn't want to do back then, to continue to do them every day. Now it's like I look at a guy like you, Tone. I have so much respect, bro, because I watched you from like a young age get up and get it, bro, every fucking day. Excuse my language, but so
And Jay, I gotta say the same about fans. Just so you know, Jay, when we're talking about him going to get his money, this fool plays pro in Mexico, across in another country, and he been doing it for a minute. So don't none of y'all think of challenging my boy one-on-one. He's getting in that ass. Pause. I'm just saying. Don't nobody bring that BS to Jay's doorstep. He been hooping for a long time, dog. Put some respect on my brother's name.
Appreciate that. I appreciate that.
But Jay, we finally got in here to do an episode, and you've been saying you wanted to talk this college football, so we're gonna dive right into it. USC. We all know you're a big USC. Well, if you didn't, Jay's a big USC fan. First time I ask you, is this team with Caleb Williams and all the Zachariah Branch, a bunch of dope players, are they better than the USC with Reggie Bush, Matt Liner? You know that USC. Is this a better USC team?
No.
I got it. Jay didn't even let me finish. He said no. He said, whoa.
That's classic. But that's Hall of Fame USC team, bro. Like
absolutely.
The only knock on that team that sucks is because they were getting money, and now it's legal to get money. So it's like that's the only thing people hate on them for. Besides that, they were just dogging people. It didn't matter if they were
Reggie Bush, possibly the most popular, best college athlete of all time. But would you honestly, Caleb Williams, the quarterback for USC right now, is balling.
Yes.
For his second Heisman, he's balling.
Yes.
Is USC the best team in college football?
I'm gonna say this. I think that out of the top 25, let's just say like the top 10, I feel like UCLA should be in the top 3. I look at the top 25 list, the AP 25 poll, and I feel like USC should be 3. I think that they're better than all those teams. I don't think that they've shown that yet with the defensive side of the ball. But like you were talking about Caleb Williams, he's the best player in college football. He's the best quarterback. Like he's a pro playing college football pretty much. Like
absolutely.
He's just, you know what I mean? He's getting crazy numbers. I think that the defense, yes, like I think we have the players. I think we have some of the talent, like the Bear on the defensive line and some of these Georgia transfers and those type of transfer portal guys. I think we have some of these pieces now this year. I just don't think that we're putting it together yet. Like our defense is just that first half against Colorado, we shut them out. The second half, we didn't sustain that. So I still think that we're top 3, bro.
You hit it right on the head though. The only thing that's holding them back from being the best team in college football is probably that defense. Because you've seen a couple teams, I want to say the first game of the season, team scoring 20-some points on USC's defense. And I know Colorado just put up I want to say over 30. They put up 40.
Yeah.
I want to say.
Yeah.
So
41.
that's the only thing stopping them from being number one. Like I want to say teams like Oregon might still got them, but Oregon's different because they got a bunch of. Well, they destroyed Colorado. They destroyed
did.
Colorado. That's the only thing I'm looking at. I'm like, hold up.
But I think our defense is way better than Colorado's defense. So, and I feel like our offense is better than Oregon's offense. So I feel like our offense is better. Like I think Oregon will still score, but I think that we'll score more than them.
That's going to be a good one. I take USC for sure because, like you said, Caleb Williams will be the best player on the field. So I would take USC. So like, but that's I want to if when they play each other, I want to see that. That's going to be good, bro. Yeah. That's going to be good. Yeah. Okay. We spoke about Colorado and Dion Primetime coaching these boys up, but 2 weeks in a row they kind of got smacked by top 10 teams. Is the fairy tale over for Colorado? Do you still see them doing big things this year? Like, do you see them coming out with a winning record this season?
Yeah, I think they have a winning record. I still think they have a couple more tough games left on their schedule. My thing is this: is like they're definitely here. Deion Sanders is not playing. You feel me? He's in my top 3 players of all time in NFL. It's Randy Moss, Deion Sanders, and Michael Vick. Those are my top 3 players of all time. You feel me? Besides that, like him as a coach, he's not playing. So he's getting like if you look at his next recruiting class, it's not a game. So I think that now they got the game of college football. I think they got the attention, and I think that even people that weren't watching college football before are watching now because of Deion Sanders. So like I feel like this year, I still think it's a successful year because not only did they won one game last year at Colorado, but let's just not even think about that. Like even not think about that. Let's just look at the Deion Sanders factor. Like they're still one of the best teams in the country right now.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So like I think that at the end of the year they're gonna have a good winning record. I think that they go to a really high bowl game. I was watching what was it called? Part of the Interruption with Richard Sherman, and he was making a good point about how like the bowl games are not just about your rank. It's also about your fans, the attention, what you can bring to the table. And if you look at a guy like Deion Sanders, man, he's got all the commercials. He got the whole fan base. Like I watch a lot of the YouTubes, the well-off media. Like I'm a big fan of the following, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I think that their team is definitely successful this year. And going on, I think that they're going to be dominant, not just successful, but dominant the next couple of years.
And you made 2 good points. You touched on how they only won 1 game last year. So it's already been a success. And they're still ranked, I want to say, top 25 teams in the nation. Still, even after the last.
I think they'll end up top 25. I think they'll end up top 25.
I know the Oregon loss dropped them quite a bit, but they played US not close, but they came back and made it interesting. So shout out to Dion Primetime Sanders. Shout out to his kid, Shador, both of them, Shador and Shiloh, balling out, balling out. Balling out, dude. Hit the door, dog. Okay, but also what I had to say about football. I know you and the fam are you're Niners fans, right? You're
my family big Niners fan, man.
Jay, okay, all right, Jay. So just so everybody knows, the Cowboys play the Niners this Sunday. So I gotta throw it out there. We making a statement this weekend. Tell Mimi, Jay. Tell Mimi the Cowboys is coming, dog.
Bro. Let me just say this. The last time I watched them was against the Cardinals, and I was like, oh my goodness, like it's the same thing, bro. Like I hope the Cowboys win, bro. Like I want them to win because I have so many friends that are Cowboy fans and the diehard fan base that the Cowboys have. Like they need to win for them motherfuckers. Because this is getting ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, we need this W against the 49ers on Sunday because we've lost.
If they win this week, if the Cowboys win, I think whoever wins this week is going to the Super Bowl, in my opinion.
I like how we talking, Jay, because 49ers look like a Super Bowl team. They look like a Super Bowl team. Cowboys did, like you said.
All jokes aside, Cowboys do too, though. Cowboys still do too.
We had a hiccup against the Cardinals, but we had 3 starting offensive linemen out. No excuses. Cardinals are not that good, but they're not trash. So like,
no,
so Cowboys need to make this W. I had to throw that out there. Tell the whole fam I love them, but Cowboys is coming for y'all this Sunday, Jay.
Is it in Dallas or is it in San Francisco?
It's in San Francisco. It's in Levi Stadium.
It's over for y'all. The Bay Area gets hyphy. You feel me?
They get hyphy. So it's gonna be a good game Sunday night. Everyone tune in. Jay, I'm gonna call you right after the Cowboys win. If they don't win, I'm gonna be mad. So, but whatever.
It's all good, bro.
All right, but
It's all good.
we're gonna move the whole conversation. We talked enough football. We're gonna
Yeah.
take it to the NBA, bro. A lot of interesting stuff has happened the past couple of weeks. Now, JP, I'm sure you know Damian Lillard is now with the Bucks. Let me ask, how do you feel about the Bucks? Like, is Damian Lillard and Giannis the best 1-2 punch in the NBA? I'll ask you that question.
No, I don't think they're the best one. I think Jokic and Murray are still the best right now.
Oh, yeah, I hate it.
I feel like because they got to prove it. You got to prove it. It looks good. You got to go out and prove it. I think that on paper, yeah, it looks really good. Like as a fan, man, like my opinion on the trade, I think that everybody got the best situation. Portland didn't have to give Dame to a Western Conference team. He didn't go to Miami. You know what I'm saying? He went to the Bucks. And then Portland got DeAndre Ayton and all those players they got. And then I think the Suns, like the question you asked me, what about the other trades? I think they're the second team that got the best thing because they got Nurkic, right?
Interesting, Jay.
You feel me? So like I think for what they needed right now, for what they're poised as, all their pieces, what they have right now, he's the missing piece. A guy just like that, that's a very dangerous, complete team now.
You're saying Nurkic completes the Suns, right? Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Yes.
Got you.
Yes.
So for anyone who didn't know, DeAndre Ayton got traded from Portland.
From the Suns to Portland.
So it's interesting you say that, Jay, because yes, in a lot of ways, they needed a big, solid guy like Nurkic in there to protect the middle, hold down the middle with all those scorers. But is Nurkic better than Ayton? I don't think. Is he? Here's
my thing. I'm going to say this. No. Okay, look. So here's the thing with Ayton. I just had a conversation with one of my teammates about DeAndre Ayton, and I was just telling him, like, DeAndre Ayton, he came in as such a high draft pick, and he's been a number one guy. He's like Brandon Ingram. When Brandon Ingram was on the Lakers, he couldn't be the number one guy. He had to be the number one guy in New Orleans. Like, DeAndre Ayton has to be on the team where he's the number one guy. And at the Phoenix Suns, he's not going to be the number one guy when you have Durant and Booker there. You're not going to be the number one guy.
He's going to be the fifth, fourth option at best.
And now that Bradley Beal came there, you're definitely the fourth. So he's definitely the first option now. And
ladies and gentlemen, we experienced a little bit of turbulence. We got a little choppy over there in Mexico for young Julian, the chosen one. But we go right back up where we left off, talking about these NBA trades. JP expressed that Damian Lillard and Giannis are not the best 1-2 punch in the NBA. We still Jokic and Murray, they're the most proven. I would still say LeBron James and AD when healthy. I would still say LeBron James and AD when healthy.
That's being biased. That's a biased Laker fan. I feel the same way though.
You're right. I'm too biased, so it's hard to answer that one. But pick up where we left off, Jay. We were talking about Jrue Holiday going to Boston, and we were talking about that's after the trade to Portland. Portland ended up getting DeAndre Ayton for Nurkic, and we were saying how we think you said the Suns they got better by getting rid of Ayton and losing, getting rid of Ayton and hiring Nurkic. Explain why you think so.
Yeah, why I say that is because I feel like for the spot. Okay, so I don't know if we got cut off, but my point was I think that DeAndre Ayton is a better player than Nurkic, obviously. Okay. But I think like what I was saying was before was his comparison to like Brandon Ingram being one of the top draft picks, going to the Lakers, playing with LeBron. Like he never was the man, and I think that a player like that he has to be the man. And I think DeAndre Ayton will blossom in Portland. I think that's a good team for him to go and be the man at with Scoot Henderson. You know what I'm saying? Like they could build together. And I think that he has the option of being like the first option offensive player over there. However, I do think that the Suns came out the best because Nurkic, he fits that role what the Suns were missing. I think now they're complete. I think with what he brings at that power forward center position, his toughness, his strength, his ability to step out, shoot the three, be able to mobilize the offense and going to the 3-point line. I think that he is a perfect player for them. And I think that they're now even more complete than they were.
You actually swayed me, Jay, because I was looking into it. I was like, oh, wait, the Suns may have got worse, but you're right. For what they need, they don't need a scoring DeAndre Ayton. They need, like you said, a player that can hold down the middle, play some defense, against Jokic, against Anthony, against those players, someone that can stand there and be the center point of their defense. And actually, like you said, Ayton's gonna do well, and he adds some experience to that young group. You know what I mean? He adds some experience. He's been through the playoffs, even though Monte is it what's the coach over there with the Suns?
Monty Williams.
Monty Williams they didn't really click. Monty Williams was pulling him in the fourth quarter and stuff. Yes, like you said, Ayton is the better player but the Suns are better off with Nurkic, and I think Portland made out good getting Ayton. So every team kind of won from this, including Boston, who we didn't really touch on. Boston getting Jrue Holiday. They lost Smart, and they got Jrue Holiday. Who thinks a better player out of Jrue Holiday and Marcus Smart? Like,
Jrue Holiday for sure.
All around, Jrue Holiday.
Jrue Holiday. I think Jrue Holiday. He's like one of those guys that's he's an all-star, but I mean, think about it. Like, he's the Robin to the Batman of Giannis. I feel like he's like a Robin type player. Like, he's a very he's like an all-star role player. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Like, he does everything completely, and I think his defense is underrated.
Oh no, yeah, he's straps.
Yeah,
they lost a lot. The Bucks lost a lot defensively. As far as but they gained so much more in spacing and everything with Dame Lillard. Like, you can't say that's a bad trade. You can't say Dame, but they did lose. I'm interested to see who's going to defend those guards in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Without Jrue Holiday there, will it be Pat Connaughton? Will it be Middleton? You know what I mean? Like, who's guarding the guards now? You know, because Dame ain't playing no defense.
Yeah, but I think like what you said though, it's like they're so worried about guarding Dame and Giannis now that they're not even like
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like whatever they do on defense, it's like they're able to make up for it on offense because they're so powerful now.
So out of these, the bunch of teams got trades. So Portland, the Suns, Boston, the Bucks. Who made out the best though, Jay? Out of those four teams, like. In all these trades that have happened,
the Milwaukee Bucks, man.
Absolutely, right? I agree. I hope we agreed on that. Like, they are now the best team in the East. They are the best. Like, they're above Boston, right? They're above Boston now. I'm trying to think
for sure. Like, I just think of it like this. Yeah, like if you think last year, like we all thought that Dame possibly could go to Miami, but now it's like nobody ever thought that Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo were going to be playing together.
That is wild. It's a wild combo. Giannis, now they can't pack. How are they going to pack the paint on Giannis when you got Middleton and you got Lillard out there? Middleton and out there, and they kept Brook Lopez.
And Lopez. Yeah, I like all their guys, man. They got a squad, bro.
They got squad. Okay, so
they got a squad.
We've talked enough about these other teams around the league making noise. I didn't. It's been a while since we talked. Preseason starts Saturday, dog.
Yeah,
can you believe that? NBA preseason starts Saturday.
That's awesome.
How do you feel about Lakers acquiring Christian Wood?
Oh, you know what? Well, let me just give you a personal Christian Wood story. Like, when I lived in Vegas, I used to train at Finlay Prep. It's very, a lot of people went there, man. But I was in there with PJ Washington, Christian Wood. We were playing 5-on-5, right? And like Christian Wood was chilling. He was chilling the first play. Somebody was talking smack to him. He was actually on my team.
Really?
The dude took the ball, 2 dribbles, full court, and just like slung it like LeBron slings it to the side. He just boom and dunked this shit. And I was just like, oh, bro, he's 6'8", 6'9". Like, I always thought he was a good player. He's definitely one of those guys that's underrated. He went undrafted, and I think now like he's came into his own in the NBA. So great pickup. I think he's one of those players that you're always going to be paying less than what he's giving you. So you're making out good, bro.
Absolutely. And I didn't know this story, Jay. I didn't know you actually balled with someone that's about to take the court on Saturday. That's awesome. A lot of people say, because he's like a 4, like a stretch 4 kind of 5. And Jason Kidd with the Mavericks didn't really play him in the playoffs because he didn't play good defense, I guess. So I'm wondering, from what you saw, can he play defense? Can he block shots? Or is he more just a shooter, scorer type player? What do the Laker fans have to look forward to?
No, I feel like if you look at Christian Wood's career, how he got his name, especially with the Rockets, and before he got that big money with the Mavericks, like he was a scrappy, rebounding, defensive like 4 or 5. You know,
Okay.
He's just always there, putbacks, you know what I mean? Like he can stretch the floor with like, you know, his athleticism. And I think maybe defensively, like the only thing he's kind of like struggles is like if you have a bigger center like a Jokic or somebody that's a little bit more heavier, maybe he's just gets in foul trouble. But besides that, I think it's a good pickup. You know, I mean, well, he's not going to start, right? He'll come off the bench.
I think he'll come off the bench, and he'll probably, when Anthony Davis comes off, sits on the bench, they'll bring Christian Woods in to stretch the floor. Like, I liked what he looked like with the Rockets. Like you said, he always gave us problems when the Lakers played the Rockets. He would kill us. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm excited to have Christian Woods. I had to get your insight on it. And now knowing you played up and close and personal with the dude, so you the right person to ask. Jay, any other takes before we lead in? But before the NBA season starts, do you like the Lakers roster? Where do you have us in the West? Like, where do you have the Lakers before the season starts?
I don't like our roster, bro. To be honest,
You stupid. Stop.
No, I'm being honest. I'm being dead honest. I was thinking,
no.
Listen, like I'm trying to like it. I'm forcing myself to really think that we could win, but we're not gonna beat the Suns.
Jay.
We're not gonna beat the Nuggets.
What?
Like, we just don't have the right pieces right now. We missed out. We didn't get Kyrie. We didn't get Dame. Like we didn't go and get like James Harden or somebody like that. Like I really look at it, and I'm looking at the way the rest of the league is stacking up, bro. Like we might be in trouble, honestly.
Oh,
we might be in trouble.
So you don't like the acquisitions that you don't like Gabe Vincent. You don't like picking him up. You don't like keeping Rui, keeping Reeves, keeping D'Angelo. We was good last year. We was in the Western Conference Finals. So we're not okay. Let me ask you this, Jay. We're not a better roster than we were in the playoffs last year. We're a better team. We got better, right?
We might be the same, bro. I mean, because if you look at it right now, right? Okay, so if you look at the Lakers, do you honestly think that with this team right now, compared to all the teams and all these trades that have happened, are we going to be in the championship again or in the finals? Do you think that?
Okay, so this is what I think. I think we got better and we're more equipped to play a team like the Nuggets. The Suns, I don't really know.
How? How?
Because I'm saying Okay, so I think the problem was last year. A lot of the problem last year was the Nuggets had players like what's his name? Bruce Brown.
Bruce Brown. Yeah, Bruce Brown.
But they don't have him no more. They don't have Bruce, and he killed us. And I think with Gabe Vincent, with like a Taurean Prince, like some of the people that we added a little bigger, a Cam Reddish, we added some good depth, I think. And as long as Anthony Davis and LeBron are still intact, we brought Rui back. The Suns is the only one where I'm like, okay, they got a lot going on, but they're not that deep. They're not that deep. So it's all the way. No. I think we're still top 3 in the West, dude. Like,
yeah, I would say 4 or 5.
Okay, put the 3 teams that you got in front of the Lakers, dog. The Nuggets and the Suns.
Nuggets and Suns. What about the Clippers?
Nah, dog. I'm not. God, Jay, don't do this.
No. Look. So I'm just trying to be, because I'm skeptical as a Laker fan, like trying to see our competition. Like I don't listen. This is what I see. This is what I do think. I think that no matter what, because we have LeBron James, there's always a chance you get into the finals. Like you never know, because with LeBron on the roster, bro, you have a chance. So like as a diehard biased Laker fan, yes, I'm rooting for us. I think that like we have some work to do, and if you have these guys like what's in like Van Fleet, right? Van Fleet, like you said, the Vincent, Jackson Hayes, Rui, even like D'Angelo Russell. Now that we're starting from the very beginning, these guys really they got to play really big. You feel me? Like but my point is like, yeah, I think we're like 4 maybe, but I think that we're not just like an undeniable like 1 or 2.
Oh yeah,
you know
okay, I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. We definitely still got our work cut out for us, but like the team that I would still say is probably still better than us is the Nuggets, because but losing Bruce Brown, like that might be a big deal for them. We'll see. Because he killed us. He killed us last year in the playoffs. He's like the main reason besides Jokic. Right. But
and Michael Porter.
Michael Porter. Yeah, Michael Porter. And I gotta see what the Suns do. Like the Suns on paper are the best team in the West. They're the best team in the West, but we know how that goes. And they lost CP. So we'll see I don't know what that's gonna look like without CP3. We'll see. Is Beal I think Beal's better right now, but I don't know if he's better for that team. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
We have to see. We have to see it. But hey, I actually liked your take, Jay. That was very objective. You weren't biased. You know, see, fans, we're not just a bias. We're the faithful fans, but we can keep it real. Jay said we 4th, 5th. Lakers 4th, 5th. Clippers maybe bet. Fans, if y'all disagree with Jay, please get at him in the comments. Let him know how you feel. Jay, before we get out of here, is there anything you got to say to the fans? You know what I'm saying? I appreciate your insight. We've been talking basketball. We even talked football today, bro. Let's go. Bro. Got anything to say to the fans, though?
No, just going forward as your college football expert and, you know, your NBA hot take, hot boy, just, you know, keep it real out there, man. You know what I'm saying? I love to see it, bro. Like, all my family just flourishing. You know, I watch every single episode of Faithful Fan Show. I got to go back and watch the last one you just put about the Cowboys, so I got to watch that one. That's the only one I didn't watch. But, you know, it's just a great platform, man. I hope this shit blows up. When you get millions of followers, Tone, you know what I'm saying? Give me a segment. Let's get a bag together.
A segment, Jay. Come on. Jay's co-host, you heard him. College expert. You heard him. NBA insight expert. 49er fan. Faithful 49er fan. Yeah. We got y'all this week, though. We got
Hey, we're gonna do a post show, bro. We got to do a little something just to talk about what happened.
We'll do a recap. Yeah. But hey,
that's gonna be a hell of a game, bro.
It will be. Thank you, Jay, for joining. Hey, fans, until next time on the Faithful Fan Show. Rookie
in the paint, going hard with the veterans. Shot so much, man, I think I need a leg. Rookie in the paint, going hard with the veterans. Shot so much, man, I think I need a leg. Animal, MC Cannibal, rap Hannibal. Here to change the game, mainframe, all y'all programmable. Coaching on tracks, balling like a paper like Phil. I'm Morpheus and real, my rhymes convict and heal. A world blind, my lies a red pill, real. Ball like I've been here, rookie in his prime. Focus like Jordan the second time. Kobe in playoff times, you know fully when I drop. Call for it, Kelly go in the Blizo spit. Auto like free throws by Ito. Circle loose stroke magic, rhymes over